Okay, so in Google Drawings, most of you probably feel very comfortable with the Google Toolbar, but this is some normal stuff: undo and redo. You've got your print options, zooming options. This selects and lets you move pieces. This is for dealing with curving lines, arrows, curved connectors, elbow connectors. So for example, if you're going to use a elbow connector, it'll let you manipulate that. This is for shapes. You can pull out shapes, arrows, call outs. So if you're making comic books or something like that, let me kind of get rid of some stuff here. So you can kind of customize and delete and add whatever it is that you want. Call outs. Now, as you design text boxes, you can bring in your images from your computer, web drive, photos. This is your paint bucket, so if you want it to look or be a certain color. If, for example, you want a different border color, you can do that. Do different border colors, text colors, gradients, border weight. So if you want a thick border, like in this situation, the border is sort of gray, so make it orange. See that border there. And if you wanted a border dash, you could do that. Really a lot of different options. Font types, font sizes. You got your basic bold, italicize, or underline. Text color. This is a highlight color. You can do an inserted hyperlink, comments, different formats. This is for your line spacing. This is for numbering, bullets, and then indents. You can increase or decrease indents. Clear any formatting that might be there. So if I clear formatting, and then you've got your format options. Now this format options on the right conforms to whatever you're touching. So you'll notice, like on this picture, I get a recolor option in case I wanted to recolor. But when I click on this graphic, I get text fitting, I get size and rotation, position, drop shadow. But if I touch this table, I only get size, rotation, and position. So it just depends what's going to be there for format options. And you'll even see the format bar adds different things as I go. Now, let's talk about like just an image. So as I go through here, I'm going to delete some things, get them out of the way. Delete this text. I'm going to delete this here and just kind of look at this image. You'll notice I get a couple other buttons when I'm touching images. So I can get a reset of the image. I can also do some cropping. So if I want to crop this into a circle, I can. And now I have a very different looking image than I did before. If I want to crop it into a triangle, I can do that. When you align, you see how you get those little red lines, and that's very helpful as well. So that's the whole formatting option. And outside of that, there's really not a ton of other unique buttons, but there's a lot of things you can do with it. On a right click, you get a very quick bar option of order, rotate, and then you get different options depending on what you're clicking on. So for example, you get table-based options when you right click on a table, but image-based options when you right click on an image. And then when I right click on a line, I get a different set of options. Like change connector shows up when I'm using a connector versus a picture versus text. So on the next video, what we'll do is we'll take a look at some options of things that can be done in Google Drawings and kind of how to export.